Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale. I'm Lee Smith, and joining me is Toby. And we've been here all day long, and now we're on to the Americas finals. It is going to be the USA versus Brazil.
You have to say it like that the entire evening.
It's the way.
USA!
Like underneath here, really, you're going to lift it up, and it's like, I'm painted, you're you, I'm S, and then someone's going to come on with A.
We need a
like,
guy.
You're going to get X will run on with an A on his chest. Yeah. There you go. That's how apparently how you got to do it as an American.
Yeah. You just go NA and SA. You
know, NA would work quicker, wouldn't it? That would make more sense.
Work with
but Canada might disagree because they're kind of North American and they got knocked out by USA.
Oh, that is true.
Sorry, Canada.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
It hurts. But if you missed the earlier action, by the way, we had the Czech Republic up against Finland, and the Czech Republic are now through to the lower bracket. Spoilers there. They won 4-0. Very convincing. Really nice play.
Oh, yeah.
Really good tactical work. Then later on after that, obviously, if you would earn earlier on, we had Germany versus Russia in the winner bracket final, and Russia absolutely stole the show. 4-0. Dominant performance from a very, very strong returning champion team there. No doubt about it.
Yeah, they were playing pretty damn well.
Yeah.
I mean, even when there were points where we thought, oh, Germany might have this one, they just came back and said, nope.
Nope. Big old slap. Yeah, it came close. It came down to like 3-on-1, the last fight on Sandhog.
Yeah,
it could have gone differently, but most of the games were pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Due to a few errors by the German side. We're hoping we're going to get a close game though. But I'm actually quite looking forward to Czech Republic versus Germany. I think that's going to be a
very
interesting one. That will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Central European time. So not too long in the future now. It's actually 14 hours ago.
So that time, do that according to what your time is now. Then it's 2 o'clock for our time.
In 14 hours, basically. Yeah,
essentially.
It's pretty scary because we got to do a best of 7 and then sleep, and we'll be back here. Yay! Let's have a look at the brackets. So we just explained pretty much what it was, but here's visual cues for you. You can see, obviously, we are going to be doing Brazil versus USA now, and then Germany, Czechia, aka Czech Republic. And then at 5:30 tomorrow will be the grand final for the Europe and CIS regions. Obviously, a lot of teams have been taking part throughout it. Turkey have been predominantly very strong throughout it, but were knocked out by the Czech Republic earlier on in the groups, in the knockout stage, sorry. And it does mean that Russia will be in the finals once again. They were the finalists at the Grand Slam when we did that back in, what was it, August, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or July,
August.
Somewhere around there. And they actually beat the USA in that final. Yeah, very convincingly, albeit unfair on the USA because it was a horrible time for them to play.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't exactly optimal. But if you're a true gamer, if you're here about what time it is, man.
If you're a true gamer, and half your team is not playing at the GLL Grand Slam, along with the 5 American teams that were in attendance.
You know what? No excuses. If you're a true gamer, there's no excuses.
If you're a true gamer, you would have been on the stage playing.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, so I think we got the players. Let's have a look. What we got in here? Obviously, we're expecting a lot of players that took part. I can see there's Red Canids are in there, Furia's in there for the Brazilian teams. So
looking at Black Dragons teams, BD Feiska. He is he's gonna be my 32. It's hard to have one guy make a huge difference, but then again, we've seen it today as well, where one guy goes out and have a big influence. And I think Feiska might be that guy for.
You got Raspu and Red from Red Canids as well, and Rusty Zero. These guys have done it, and he's been around forever. And the FPS for the Americans, oh my God, it's like a plethora of MPL talent right there. So it's a pretty stacked one. And I believe they have the captain of the USA on the line. It should be Kat Conti. Hopefully, she's there with the power of technology. She's there. Yes. There we go.
Hi, good evening or afternoon for my fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans, exactly.
Did I get the USA right earlier? I don't know if you saw it. We gotta paint our chests with USA or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know all of our chests are painted under our shirts. We just can't take our shirts off on stream. But yes, we're all USA painted on our chests.
That's it.
So you'll be the A, and we'll be the U and the S.
There we go. We've got it.
We got all
USA.
three of them now. That's perfect. We were missing a third. We were missing a third person to be the A.
She kind of has to fly a long distance to get here, though.
That is true.
We might be over by then. But Kat, first of all, congratulations on reaching the final. We've been talking to the Czech Republic earlier on. We had Spike on. And earlier on, we also talked to Drainius.
Yes.
Both got very different approaches to the way they're working as general. How is it working for you with the USA boys?
I mean, it's working really well. So my take on the whole tournament was A, to get some fraggers, but B, also bring in some streamers. So I wanted a bit of variety. It's more of like a fun play style for us. So we're just here to have fun and hopefully, 4-0 Brazil real quick?
That's been so far, yeah. That's today we have 2 times 4-0. So if that's the line we're going down, then either you guys are gonna 4-0 Brazil, or it always has to go the other way around. But I have faith in you, Kat. I want to know, what's the communication like when you have so many players on the same team?
So on the USA side, we have. 4 teams of 8, luckily, and we have one guy, Wooly, I believe it was Wooly last time, who would go through and tell everybody where we're landing, and we have a Discord for it all, so we say it in the chat where we're all landing. But Wooly, I think, has been a really big part of the USA team and leading them. Okay,
so he's like your right-hand man, essentially.
Correct.
Like the helper. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, it's good because we have a lot of the NPL players, so they're here to lead us. They're here to help us rotate. And that's why I wanted a mix of players for the Team USA.
Yeah, because I can see, judging by the squads, you've got the stream team as Team 1, and then it's pretty much NPL Team 2, 3, and 4. Looks like it's laid out. I don't know, Uncivil and that.
Uncivil on Team 1 as well. It's a good mix.
Yeah, Team 3 is a little bit of streamers as well, because you have like Lily and Julie and Trinity in there.
Yeah.
And then quite a few of the NPL players do stream, so.
I feel like Lily's played in there before as well.
I think so too.
I feel like she's played there.
I gotta ask you, Kat, do you guys as a team, or you personally have, because you're gonna be playing quite a few maps today, at least 4, I guess. Do you have one map that you're thinking this is the NA map, this is the USA map to win, or is it all like, do you have one specific map that you're thinking we gotta win that one at least?
It would be Old Erangel. I know a lot of the NPL players. Old Erangel, a classic Erangel. All the NPL players are very familiar with it. I mean, I don't know how many hours they have on that, but I think that's our comfort. I think everybody on this team has been playing since the dawn of time of this game. So Erangel is all of our comfort zone.
That makes sense.
That would make sense. I mean, I know that for the maps, I think it's Erangel 2.0, then it's Erangel Classic.
Yeah.
So could be a good start possibly for the USA. But we should also probably mention the South Americans have been playing it for forever as well.
Oh yeah, true.
So, Kat,
I don't know if you guys remember GLL last time this happened. I fondly remember NA sweeping them.
They did. Beat them
pretty
well. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so, but NA got swept in the duos, so
they also
they did get swept pretty heavily in the duos.
Everyone sweeps everyone these days. I don't know what it is, but Kat, I gotta ask you, Kat, what's the main thing for, like, from a viewing perspective? Because there's a lot going on. Once these fights starts and all, there's a lot going on. So as a person, maybe rooting for the NA team or just watching from a more neutral standpoint, what's like the one key to look for on the NA team? What's the NA strategy like?
I think our NA strategy is A, make sure we secure loot, right? And then rotations. Vehicles are going to be really big for us, but I think one thing you want to look out for, especially with NA, is we have a reputation for playing very aggressive. So once we get 1 to 2 knocks, especially in these games, I know our boys are just going to push like madmen, and I love to see. So be expected to see that NA aggression from us.
And are you going to be on the front line then? Or are you going to be more the backside strategic captain of the team?
Probably a little bit of both. I'm more of I like to call it a tactical support. Yeah. I can clutch in certain situations, but I will sure as heck run across the field to res a teammate.
Sounds good.
Final question, what are your predictions? Are we going 4-0?
I am hoping for 4-0. I believe we could do a 4-0. Personally, I don't think anybody wants to play Vikendi Map 5, but I think it would be nice to see to Game 7.
It would be nice.
I'm hoping for closer games than against Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's fire going on.
Sorry,
I like
Canada.
it. I like it. I like it. That's good. I like it.
Excellent. Well, best of luck, Kat. I hope it goes well
you.
for you. And maybe we'll be speaking to you at the end as well.
Oh yeah, thank you guys.
So, right, moving on. Let's get the games underway. I'm just seeing we are missing a couple of the Brazilian players. Hopefully they're going to fill that spot. I can see a couple just popping in right now. So we're going to get, I think there's like 3 more we're missing. So whether we'll be starting short or not, I don't know. USA is now full. And I can see Figinaldo and Co in there. There's a guy called Ninja Dude, but, you know, he used to play PUBG back in the day.
I remember
on Luminosity.
I remember casting games that that had qualifiers leading into him playing. Because they were directly invited to Oakland, right?
Oakland, yeah.
I think they were directly invited.
And he obviously played at the Gamescom.
The duo tournament.
Duo tournament. He played at... I can't remember the other one.
I mean, he technically played the show match at PGI, but...
Oh, yeah. It's a bit different.
I think Oakland was his last, like...
He wasn't
tournament.
such a huge...
It was his last tournament, but it was also like the first squad tournament, so I feel like he only played that one, which they won, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they won that tournament.
Probably went on to some other game. I never really heard.
Didn't
It never really
Luminosity
took off, let's face it.
I think Luminosity won Oakland, right?
Luminosity, they never won Oakland.
They didn't? Who won?
No. Oakland
know.
was... Who the hell won Oakland, actually?
I feel like Luminosity won, but
No, Luminosity never won Oakland. Not a chance. Not a chance in hell they won it.
I'm wrong then.
It wasn't Liquid, was it? No.
Well, I clearly don't remember, so maybe you do.
Oh, damn it. Now I can't even remember.
We'll figure it out for you guys.
I remember Scoom had a big moment.
Chad is probably going to
He was at Liquid. Oh, jeez.
Chad always
I can't remember. Look, you ask me these questions after
I took for granted you
midnight
knew, Demon.
when
I'm sorry.
Been on the road since 7 a.m.
That's no excuse. Gotta have
no
right
excuse.
mind, you know?
I'm an old man as well. It was 2000.
That is
Was that 2018? 2017?
It
Oakland was 2017, wasn't it?
November 17.
Yeah, it's 2017. Too long ago. Too long ago. Let's get the games underway. Here's the players. As you can see for Brazil, plenty of names along with the United States. Absolutely stacked out there with various MPL players. You look at the date, but you don't look who won.
I remember the date, yeah, exactly, because that was my first PUBG casting.
Yeah, well, both of us nailing the bloody qualifiers, weren't we? That was a busy old time. But yeah, lots of players in there that you guys will know, obviously without their team names, which a lot of them are without as well in real life, sadly. After lots of the MPL teams, well, MPL's no more either, but...
it was all against authority.
Triple A that went on to become, what you call it, Vitality.
Yeah, Triple A, all against authority. I completely forgot that name.
Yep.
They were big.
Against all authority.
Against all authority, that was what it was.
Yeah, Triple A. They're still an org, they're still going.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they still exist.
Yeah, they still exist.
Yeah.
And against all authority, didn't they win?
They were doing good for a while.
Against all authority was second in Season 1 League of Legends as well.
They were
runners-up in League of Legends.
They were the multi-team. I feel like they were one of the first teams to have an area that really was theirs. Like them, TSM in North George, and Knights in the Knights split, as we kind of still call it today.
Well, them and obviously Guerrilla Core. G-Core.
Yeah, in multi-power.
So, here we go. It is clearly Georgipol going the way of Brazil. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy divide this time. We're not going to see any intermingling, it seems. There's the USA piling out of the plane. May get a bit of work connection, maybe.
Yes, an engagement early game could be. It seems like they're all kind of opted to go in that direction, but maybe are they backing off? Yeah. So USA is essentially
giving them a lot of
banking on 25% of the main island. Just look, they might be going to take some Sosnovka control, but right now there's not a lot of map control. But then again, if you're Russia from earlier, they don't really care about the first circle anyway. So
Taylor J, you might want to change direction.
He's behind enemy lines.
He is well behind. So Exex is going to get down first, and is going to have a gun before Taylor J gets anywhere near.
He should be able to get to a car, though. You would assume so, at least. I hope for him. I hope for him that
Yeah, he's
oh
done
my
good.
lord,
He's
oh
gone.
my lord, D-man. Look at the map.
Oh! Oh.
Do we want to show the viewers the map, or should we just kind of have them figure it out by how the players move? Let's just not show the map at all and let the players, let the player rotations dictate where all these where the circle's going.
Vault through the house, get through the door, do whatever. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Funny gun. VSS, seriously.
Oh, close enough. Both the sound and the gun. That's the circle, by the way.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so USA knew all along.
Well, that's what it was. They knew.
Now, could they realistically get loot and get that West Bridge covered off in time?
Oh, no.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, if you have 4 people on a car, they're sending it. I would assume, at least.
I think they're just going yellows.
I would be surprised. They have no control. They cannot allow. I mean, this is essentially the same thing we saw with Russia earlier in boot camp. It's like now is our only chance to cross. They need to do that now and then get looted. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell any of the players from USA has managed to get that far west anyway, because they knew they were all landing east side. So they have to cross now.
It's Kickstarter. I was on a boat. I thought I was swimming for a minute, but because I forget the boat sign doesn't show all the time.
Nothing shows.
Yeah,
like nothing shows in this. No knocks, no vehicles, no nothing.
UI, please. No love from the UI.
We don't get that when it's platooned.
No.
Unfortunate, but actually, at least we got the helmets and vests now, which I'm very glad about.
Yes.
Which we had way back when. we lost it for like a year and a half.
We lost it for
I think it was like 2 years almost.
So they could show grenades instead, and then and now we have it all.
Well, for a half year we lost it for nothing.
Yeah.
And then we first got nades, and then we got boosters, and then we got meds back, and now we have all of it.
Now we have it all.
We still miss backpacks, to be fair, but it's not really essential.
It only took a year. No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Let's not complain. We have it good now.
Look, we have a relatively decent observer.
We do.
We can't complain compared to what it was back in the day, and compared to other games that were on in the same studio last week.
And we do actually have a spectate tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
a good one too. Yeah. That is now. For as far as I know, the people that I've been talking to, like who do a lot of content stuff, who want to be more creative with the whole observing tool, I think the only thing people are missing is to be able to do like the whole travel cam thing. So you set up a marker at one point, and a marker at another point,
right?
And then like that's like the smooth thing for itself.
Yeah, smooths between points.
So yeah, exactly. It's like the thing that they do in Counter-Strike in the freeze time every single game.
Yeah, and it takes ages to set that sort of stuff up as well.
I know.
Some serious commands goes into that to do that.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
I used to do it back in the day when I got really bored.
You have it twist and turn, and spin,
exactly.
And
yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to see how much time they put into it. And also, there's like certain prestige for every observer, as far as I know, to have like their own.
Yeah.
That is pretty fun. Now, America isn't really in a hurry, seemingly, to make their way to the military island, given the fact that they have both military and like they have a safe crossing. And I think it's the same for Brazil on the west side. Nobody's really stressing too much. Like no one's really pushing it.
Well, Cat's plodding along. Taylor J has gone into the edge of the base, but in terms of circle dominance, with the central point pretty much being the satellite, it's going to be very heavily USA controlled, and basically Brazil will be on the edge of the circle here. There's not really many ways in for them.
At least not right now.
Not in the first circle.
It
could pull over to the west, and then in which case it would be a very 50-50 sort of.
I don't know why. I'm just seeing this circle continue going to the water. I mean, either south, east,
or into Novo.
Just anywhere in the water. Honestly, I feel like there's going to be so much water in the next circle.
I just feel like this is going to be the big hill finish.
Yeah, observatory ending could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Now, we only have 2 players from Brazil in the circle so far, but all of them are making their way over. And I think, actually, if we count up all of them, I think the entire Brazilian team will be on the military island before the entire American one will be. Can we say American, or is it U.S.?
America.
The U.S. team, because, I don't know. It's always confusing when you say America, but it's also South America, so. Do you say American when it's USA? I guess you do.
It's American, yeah.
Yeah.
Americans.
America.
Beep.
Yeah.
Here to save the mother beeping day, yeah.
Wait, that's his teammates. Wait, what? America? America?
Oh my god. Did you not look at the feed to see who knocked who?
America?
I mean, I know sometimes if you're not in the same squads, this sort of thing happens. And Pat's like, "I'll get him up.
I'll get him. Damn
Valiant's
trolls.
nearby is like, seriously, guys.
America? Hello? Are you okay? You're all right, buddies?
He goes for Snakers and ignores poor old...
It was him who started shooting.
Yeah, but Benji was the one that was down first.
Doesn't matter. He was the one that started shooting.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what you get. I mean, no fairness.
We've got the bridge camp set up, guys.
This might
got
be the Brazilian. We have to keep fighting each other. That's a good chance.
Well, I mean, blue
Does
on
that classify as a civilian war? I don't know.
blue on blue is a trademark, I believe, of the United States. Just saying.
Does it classify as a civil war? I don't think it does. Circle.
Civil
I mean,
war.
right now, half of Sosnovka is just shifted out of, and that was kind of everything that the Brazilian team had.
So, USA was so focused on that bridge camp, they really haven't took much territory in this circle yet.
I mean, yes.
Like we've got Balefrost, Taylor J, and Wolf now realizing we really probably should cover this point. This is like a major point of the hill.
Well,
if Brazil were allowed to get that back of that hill, they could have potentially turned that game on its head. But now we're starting to see USA take control of the observatory area.
Now it is older Wrangle, as you guys can see, so there's a lot of open terrain down by the east side of the runway, whereas in the new Wrangle it's all foliaged to pieces. There's big craters you can hide in. You have all the big trees and whatnot. And this time around, I don't think you can really play from that airstrip if you're Brazil. So I think that's why you also see them all wrapped out on the southern side. Someone didn't get the vehicle.
There's one here somewhere, don't worry. I'm in Melt, I got left
Guys,
behind.
hello? Anyone? There should be boats on the
Don't
beach.
worry, they'll
Might
shoot you when you
run
come over
there.
the bridge anyway. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting. Rusty Zero's found kickstart. Down the south, the entirety of the Brazilian team has moved in. And,
that's an interesting shift. I like that. Evening the odds a little bit. I mean, the American team will have a lot more room to maneuver, but I feel like if you're Brazil, you need to push. You cannot just sit here and take puck shots. You need to push forward, and you can see that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they want to get down. So what they're doing, they're going for the down slope, which gives them a lot of cover down there from the fire that's coming from above. Now they can wrap around pretty well. Relo's really the only one that's in a spot to say, guys, we kind of have a lot of people here. He spotted them, gets in his vehicle. He was the scout, and now he needs to get the hell out of there. Wooly's nearby as well. So we heard from Kat how vocal Wooly's been. So clearly making a lot of the decisions. Waldo's with him, and they will start taking the pot shots. And Andy from Red Kenids will go down.
Yep, a little knock coming in there. No flush to follow. NA luck. Well,
Vinny.
hopefully, I guess him going down is NA luck.
So those two, I believe, were the duo, weren't they? Vinny and NA.
They're just testing the suspension in the vehicle.
Ooh, there's the new blood splats there, ladies and gentlemen. Kickstart just demonstrating that for us.
Exactly. A little bullet to the face. Ain't never hurt nobody, except for the one receiving the bullet. The push is coming in, and Brazil, they need these knocks. They need every single knock they get, push forward on it. They need to, and I think we've pretty much already found where that final battle will stand.
Oh, how did he not see sneakers there? I don't even know. He literally just pulled up in the car and started firing. Don't quite know how I didn't spot them there. Should be easy for him. We'll get the knocks. Could well be a flush. Nades are coming down there as well. And the USA are moving down. So they've all dropped down the hill. There was, or there is, a contingent of Brazilians in the airfield at the moment on one of the hangars. So they've sort of took up occupancy on the top of the hill. But this south area for Brazil is not looking good now. USA are descending on force.
I think the worst thing that could happen for them right now would be if the American team starts pushing up over the road, because they would be able to pin them in down on that beach, and it's already in a ridge line, like already in a valley down to the water. They would have no escape from there. So, the circle shifts northwest. That's actually kind of interesting. If there's any way for Brazil to back off now, that might actually be a strategy.
Yeah, they may have overcommitted, though, to this south push. Now they're realizing, now they're trying to get back.
They're running off, yeah.
Yeah, the question is, will they get pegged down in the back there.
Yeah.
I think USA are going to push on it. We heard from Kat saying how aggressive these boys can be, and once they smell blood, which they absolutely do right now, they can continue pushing on.
I mean, given the fact that they were up 32-28 by the start of the game.
Figinaldo, you okay there, buddy? You okay there?
He's just testing the paint.
Yeah,
see if it's going to stick.
He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. They've only gotten 1 player down from Brazil. Despite all the knocks coming in, they haven't actually been able to flush mid, and now they do get 2. So the lead is still theirs, but you can see the Brazilian players, they've backed off. They've managed to do so, and they're in the playing strip now.
Taylor J gone for the back of the hangar. There is at least 6 players around there, so this is risky. So they're going for the confidence push. You can see the tracer fire from above. They have the cover support. And that nade from Disciple could be huge. Doesn't quite find its target. They're inside.
Yeah, they're just going to chill. I think right now, if you're Brazil, you have a few players trying to prevent, well, this from happening. The rest of them just wait and hope that next circle shifts out into the airfield rather than allowing for the NA players to have the high ground.
Well, Brazil have been given all the hangars now. All 4 hangars are now occupied by Brazilian players, which is going to be tricky for the USA to flush out. And that's why we're starting to see some knocks now, because the USA effectively have to make these open pushes. That's a great nade from Vinny going over the back there, catching Lampalot out. More to come. Disciples really wants to push it, but realizes there's quite a lot of fire coming his way.
Issue is that as long as NA has the high ground on the east, as long as that's in, and they can get the north control as well, it's very limited what Brazil can really peek into.
Mystery with a cheeky flank around the side. We'll get a lot of info. We should be able to get a lot of shots off. Disciples holding well on this hillside at the moment. Stopping Furia, pushing up. And as you say, the next circle move will be pretty huge for one of these teams. But it looks like USA may well take control of this compound. That's a nade that's not quite found. It did hit Disciple. Took a lot of damage off him. Brazil there, I think, are forced to be tucked inside.
I'm looking for a Cat. Where is she controlling the battle?
Another nade landed, but they can just get the revives back up. The nades are, while they are getting the single knock, it's working well. She's given the cover support up on high, just like about 20 of her other team.
Yeah. Looking around, trying to see what they can spot on the field. You can see Brazil right now. They're playing positions that is not really allowing the hill to do much. So, and like they will aggress Brazil if the circle shifts west now.
Look down the bottom. I can see Reds 149. Ooh. I think Uncivil Wolf, etc. He's about to sneak up behind them. Circle though has gone USA's way. There he is. He's got the nade on him. That's what he's done. And well, USA actually lost quite a few in that turn, but now Brazil are absolutely screwed. With this circle move, they are dead.
RDS does have a place for them to go, though. You can see both of the guys up here. No. Both Wolf and Uncivil are down, but they would need to get in vehicles and get up around the corner, and I just don't see that happening.
No. That there is just too open for anyone where the USA position is. There's no way to get to that spot without being absolutely nailed.
I would not think so either. RDS trying to look around, see what he can see from where he is. He's the only person who really has any way to get a proper angle from the side. Now he's missing bullets, and that is well, most likely him down. Indeed it is. Balefrost finds him with an M24. They have no vision on the side now. Their entire team is on the runway.
Yeah, and well, they're in the hangars that are going to be in the blue any second now. They have to push forward to the final hangar, and unfortunately they don't hold that last hangar anymore. Vinny and Co that are inside there, that's pretty much a done thing. And Lampalot's actually got to the other hangar as well. Here goes the aggression.
Well push it.
And he's going to catch them all and rotate. They're all rotating.
Run back!
Yeah. And he's like, oh my god, they're all in the hill.
Good decision to run back because they were all coming forward.
There's so many bolt actions going off right now. Everybody's landing the shots. That's Mystery going down. Lampalot, they're pushing over the aggression from Brazil, but it will be short-lived. Sure, they're going to take this little hangar, but USA are coming down on force. Nades bombarding over the top. The rest of the team, though, nowhere for them to go. Once this circle shifts... Oh, what is this? Valiant! Valiant's coming around behind!
Boing.
Oh, he just drove straight into him! He's got the 2. This could be huge. If he's got a nade, he could just catch it over the back.
Even if it doesn't, he's going to spot all of them.
Oh, yeah, he's got 4 nades. He's just going to go for it instead with the gun.
Underhand one. Come on, Valiant, you have the nades.
Yeah, now he's going to get overrun.
All
you're
the zombies
overrun.
are coming for him, and he is going to go down. Don't think it's going to matter.
But the rest of
much,
the USA pushing in as well. While he's
They
done
all
that
want
move,
kills.
they've all come. Mystery's coming over. He's already down. Snackers, I said it. I know what to say it. Snakers.
He's going to be DMing you.
He's going to be
Demon.
so angry. He's so angry.
Come on, Snackers, you got this. That's how I did it for you, Demon.
Oh, dear me.
Forgive him. He's just a human. And unfortunately, there's not much human
He's
left from
unstoppable.
these Brazilians. They are all getting completely and utterly slaughtered. I'm not even sure what the
He's
last
padding
living
the
player
stats
is.
now.
NA Luck. Speaking, NA Luck is the one alive.
Yeah.
In the bunker, trying to stand strong. He found 2 knocks, but not gonna matter. They are gonna get themselves eliminated.
20-0. Holy moly.
That's a slaughter.
Yeah, and that was simply, you know, hey, the circle went basically, the whole USA went military. If that had gone anywhere north, it would have been a very different story. But the fact is, the entirety of the USA had gone Milta and Novo, and the circle goes to Novo.
To the east, east
To
side, Billy,
the
right?
east side of
Yeah.
Sosnovka literally is the easiest area for them to transition into. So not too surprised that was a one-sided showing for the USA.
Yeah.
I would say Brazil almost got a sneaky little move, but USA were very quick to react
They
to
were.
their push on the south.
It was a good read, but it was also the only place Brazil could really push from, because if they try to go north around, they have to pretty much fight the rock side of Observatory, and there's nothing to go in that direction.
Yeah, so I didn't hear that. I think we got the replay up. Okay, it's Cat's replay.
Don't want me, baby. Don't you want me? Oh.
That is good
Dude, I'm really
communication
good
with
at
the
this
team.
whole singing
I
thing.
think
Singing's per spirit, you know?
Yep.
Yep, I like it. I like it. Boosting morale. She did say that she was a support player, and I guess part of being supportive is to give like moral chance, you know?
Good nade, that one. Good nade. Bounced over.
Double bounce.
Yeah.
Doink, doink.
But, I mean, this was the story of the game,
There was
right?
nothing about it.
The
I mean, it
hangers.
was just, yeah.
There's nothing you could do.
It was...
For Brazil, they needed to stop USA getting to that first hanger. USA quick to react to the situation, because if they hadn't allowed Brazil to get dug in on all 4 hangers, then obviously with that circle shift, that last hanger would have been pretty much the central point, and Brazil would have controlled it, and USA would have been screwed, because they'd have had to come down in the open fields, push down the hill into the open territory. So NA were very quick to react and get in there.
Yeah, the only thing Brazil, I think, could have really done, which would have been a complete, I mean, head under the arm type play, is when they committed down south initially.
What does that mean? Head under the arm.
It's like headless chicken.
Oh, okay,
Running with
right.
head under the
Headless
arm,
chicken, right, okay.
So would have been just to full speed send it underneath. Like stay in the vehicle, not even take the fight down there on the beach in the little valley point and the cove. Just stay in the vehicles, try to wrap all the way around, pretty much to Novo. Which would have been absolutely
completely wrap around
suicidal.
the
Like
back.
the only other play they could have made would be somehow to push in from that side.
Wow.
Because it was either up the hill towards Observatory or stay in the field, which got them killed.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, that's for sure. 20-0. USA take game number 1. We're going to have Erangel 2.0, I believe, next.
Yeah.
So we'll see you after the break. Gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale Grand Finals for the Americas. It is the USA versus Brazil. I'm Leading Man Smith, and this is Dobby. And it is 1-0. Yeah, pretty confident. 20-0 in that last game. And probably could have been more if it wasn't for a couple of yeehaw American pushes.
I kind of want this game to go military as well, but on the west side. Just
Give
to
Brazil
even it
the whole
out a
side.
little, yeah, maybe. Because if America, now cool. I want to think that the way that America dropped there was very plane dependent. Like they were isolating themselves a lot.
Well, they saw Brazil getting out first, so like, okay, they're going George, and probably thought, all right, we'll get out, and then they went, oh, they're going Pachingi as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going Rosso as well.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't get a
Really?
whole lot of control, and we're lucky to get the circle to that little amount of control they did have.
Yeah, especially when they were shooting each other on the bridge as well.
That was also not very optimal.
Yeah.
I hope that Cat has been like You don't do that again.
Don't shoot each other. It can be tricky because it doesn't always show that it's your same teammate, right, on the map.
Also, there was gamers in the tournament, so if maybe it's for content, you know.
That's it. Maybe
there's a lot of things that.
PatCap's just like, no,
stop doing that now. We don't want those type of highlight reels. We want the good ones.
Well, I mean, we did have the German team getting their buggy stuck and then stealing another teammate's bike.
That was also very backstabbery.
Actual daylight robbery.
What would you rather have that happen to you or accidentally get knocked by a teammate? I think I would rather get knocked, to be fair. The other one feels more like
get back up. Yeah,
exactly.
Cars and everything there. Yeah.
The other one felt a little more toxic.
Yeah, that was pretty mean. They just took.
I would not be surprised, like with all the great plays we've seen today, if someone clipped that earlier. I would not be surprised if that's like the most viewed clip of today's podcast.
Marco, I remember it was you that stole the bike.
Marco, the bike hustler.
Yeah, we'll be watching you tomorrow. Here's the kills. What a surprise. A lot of people were diving in. Snakers at the end there, absolutely piling in, trying to make sure he got his kills secured. So 4 of them for him. And the Trinity as well.
Glad to see Gatchanka get in on the action. He was the one that was all by himself in Milta for quite a while, but it seems like he did manage to get his way across and join the fight at some point.
Yeah, so at the moment, PatCaps didn't get a kill. It was just the headshot.
Yeah, both captains sitting at 0 so far. Gabriel and Kat both at nil. So hopefully this game will bring more of that, and also I can see the plane already, which you guys of course can't, but you will be able to in just a short moment. And I am thinking a lot of spicy stuff is going to happen here.
Yeah, this could be a tough one. It's going to be a pretty deep south plane, so we'll see how it affects it. Obviously, we saw the Brazilian team pretty much going up to Georgia Pod, Pachinki to Rozhok, and the USA were very much down in the south side.
Now, we've got to say, we are playing South American service.
Yes.
I mean, that was a difference.
We're going to rotate back and forward between them. Go 2.0 is going to be the South American. As you can see, it is a horrible plane, one of the horrible ones that we can get here. So it does mean we're going to see everybody out on Primorsk.
It's one of those esports planes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The worse the planes are, the more esports qualified they are. Now you can see both China. Wow, that country is not playing the tournament. Both Brazilian. No Chinese people here. Both Brazilian and American players are headed towards the military island, but not that many of each, actually.
Yeah, this is
just a few ambassadors saying we're here too.
Well, I mean, they need to secure something here because the chance of being in Sosnovka Circle again are actually pretty high with the plane path the way it was.
True.
You never know. It could bounce up the north, and that would really throw everyone off because... Well, Brazil are going back up to Yaz, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, there's no with the circle settings being the way they are in this game, the circle has to connect to the plane type thing here. We've had like straight south planes with Severny.
Yeah.
So it can quite literally go everywhere. But of course, let's take a look at exactly where that circle's headed after we see XX get a kill.
Ooh, it's up in Georgie Mountains. It's basically the mountain is the center point.
Yeah.
So, XX, who played in the duos, very successful actually, the XX was, but has no ammo and has no armor. So PatCap's going to get his teammate back up. It seems he's going to stick it. There is a AK line on the floor there as well for Joe Ollie. Is it Joe Ollie or Jolie? Jolie.
I thought it. And I'm glad that you sung it, because then I didn't have to do it.
I'm fine with my... I know for a fact my singing is absolutely
been,
terrible, so I can have fun
the
of it.
entire day.
I know, right? It's this god-awful music that gets played in between. Wow.
That's your new subscriber sound right there, man.
I don't know. I can't go over the old legendary one, but maybe I could. I've changed my follower sound. It's fantastic now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah. It's good. It's good with a stupid clip of me doing something silly. I don't know. It's just I was in a happy mood and someone clipped me doing it. So these things happen.
That is funny. PatCap sees. Well, I mean, they know he's there. Just a matter of how much they really want to commit to this push. Do they want to do theirs two? Do they want to wait till cavalry arrives? Seems like Taylor is making his way down towards them as well in a vehicle. So do they want to go as three?
We've only got one vest. He can hear the nade pin, so he's gonna.
Oh, the baits. Oh! How Did that even happen? Sad Caps, hello? You're right, mate?
He's got support, right? He bailed out! Oh, how did Taylor J pop that head? That was sweet as.
Taylor, could you not have been there? Just the fact that that happened the way it did.
Yep,
I kind of wanted them to get killed.
Hit the wall, bounce back. And Jolly's like, great. So he's actually been knocked twice already, so he's going to be bleeding pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Start things off. But there's the circle, obviously, you can see. Expect to have Brazil take the majority of the area around the mountain. South George obviously is already theirs, but I expect most of the Gakra area probably will be as well, which will leave USA in a bit of predicament, honestly. It's a tricky rotate for them, obviously, with the split, and they're well aware that obviously Brazil bailed around Pachinki, down the south side, and up into Yas, because they saw all that. So we'll be... I think we're going to see USA moving as one, effectively. We may see a big build-up, maybe at Potato Hill, and then see them all sort of pile in.
I mean, when you look at the size of the first circle, X is really having a hard time. There you go. There you go. When you see the size of the first circle, and you see the amount of space that America has taken up, there's a pretty decent chance that they weren't going to be inside the first circle. So I don't think they ever really played for being in the first circle, given the fact that they were all that far out on the east side. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think their strategy was, oh no, we're not inside the circle. Like, I hope they aren't surprised by it.
Well, they might want to get on with looting.
I mean, that's what she said, Caddy, that they were like Alpha Omega, get proper loot before you start fighting.
Yeah.
And if you're an aggressive team, I mean, you don't want to be full on sending it with level 1 vest and no helmets. And
well, the thing is, you have to get properly looted because you know that is all the loot you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be in a fight. You're not going to. There's none of this. Move to next house, maybe get a little bit more. Kill a team, get a little bit more. Stuff like that, like you would already get in a standard squad game or a duo game. This is pretty much what you've got is what you're going to fight with.
And when you have so many players essentially looting
in the same
such
area,
a small area, because I mean, look at the Brazilian team. They have North George, Pachinki, Asnaya, all of this available. And yes, the loot has been increased, but they had something along the lines of 15 people running around on the side Milta. I mean, I'm just thinking basics, meds, nades, smokes, all these things.
Yeah.
They have got to be way lower than what we see the Brazilians being.
And they're going to be eating the blue as well. It is only going to be the first
Are they all
phase
rotating on
blue.
foot? It seems like everyone's kind of just really slowly making their way forward.
There can't be that many vehicles down there. They will have a few as they work their way across, as long as they're not all, being typical USA and all being one person in a car. Just saying.
I love Los Angeles.
Oh, God. Traffic there. What? Who's that?
That's
That's the captain.
It's the team captain. I was just thinking, Gabriel, you might wanna get going. Andale, as they probably don't say in Portuguese or Brazilian Portuguese.
Don't think that's Portuguese, mate.
That's that's what I'm saying. It was
Mexican,
Spanish, but
yeah. Slightly wrong country and stuff.
You know what? They probably say it in Argentina too. It's close enough. You know what? I don't speak. I can't speak all the languages.
It's close enough.
I said that once to a guy from New Zealand. When I said Australia, I almost got punched. It gets scary at times. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. Pardon. That's French. So is that a spike strap?
Isn't Brazil pretty much the size of Europe?
Probably bigger. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's definitely
that. I think that's the winning play right there, D-man.
Yeah.
We need a dedicated observer to look at that spike strap for the entire game and let us know if it ever gets. In all fairness,
he's bound to key there.
Look at the angle of where it's put according to the compound it's defending. That's not a bad position to have that spike strap in.
It's the yellows, it's the yellows that get.
And his all tires gone in a breach up to that house. It won't be rolling all the way up that hill.
They are coming.
That is actually not a bad play. If you had 15 of them, it would have been better. But
what's this little northern play going on? What are the pros doing up here?
There's
a squad going to the north side.
That's the
George.
sheep herders.
Just to hope,
that's the sheep herders.
What are the U.S. sheep herders called?
Well, they're probably called sheep herders. No. I don't think the Russian sheep herders would have been
Rangers.
Called the Rangers?
Rangers.
Yeah.
The Rangers.
What's that bear called? Yogi bear? Yogi, the ranger bear?
Yeah, I mean,
The forest fire guy?
Yogi is a bear, yes.
Yeah, that's him. That's the Yogi team.
That's the Yogi. I prefer
The
the
Yogis.
Rangers. Rangers is more military.
Can they just be the Yogis?
Oh, the Delta Force could be up the top there.
I feel like they have to deserve that.
I'm surprised Brazil's given quite as much territory as they have with the second phase, but it is still very heavily
from, if not where they are now.
Yeah, just the south side sort of thing, giving them chopsticks and stuff. But I thought they might try and hold the compound like down below the mountain. They've instead decided to basically hold the mountain, hold South Georgia, etc.
You just can't really defend this compound from any of the other compounds. So you would be isolating the players that were sitting there without a chance to really.
So there's two in the north that are about to see Snakers and Relo going over.
True.
They will be the first real point of contact, I would say.
See, now we have Cat pushing forward. Now she's on the front line.
Okay, centers up onto the mountain once again. So this is looking great for Brazil if they can hold. And they really have to hold, and they have to worry about this rotate coming from behind them. But if it's just the mountain, it doesn't matter whether you come from the bottom or behind, really, because it's the mountain at the end of the day. We're going to see more and more Brazilians going up on that mountain. Paranga does get Vegas down, and that's him gone. He's finished.
Yeah, that's not really a big counterplay to that. 2 bullets to the head. He stopped to boost. And he got caught. He got caught while boosting. And now that's the Yogi Bears losing a player early.
Yeah.
See, it's going to stick.
Kickstart coming across as well. I'm not going with Yogi. I'm going with the Rangers. Here's the crate coming down. That's a BRDM, isn't it? Yeah.
So when they do really good, do they become the Power Rangers?
Or that's the big, what do you call it, crate? Okay. Then you'd be like, go, go.
This is the Yogi. These are the Wookiees. They just all 3 got
the Wookiee
ghillie suits.
Yep.
Yeah. They just all got ghillie suits. That is the Wookiee squad right there. They left behind the M249. I feel like for some reason that's one of the best weapons you can get in a crate when it's 32 opponents because you never really have to reload.
It worked well for the Wanderer earlier on.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say,
well
just plow through players. Now,
so they're going to be. I'm a little concerned that the Brazil have allowed USA to get a foothold here on this hillside down the south side. Now we're starting to see them all back away into the ditch. The USA, though, can continue pushing this. And this is going to give them an angle to start getting on the mountain. USA are backing away from the mountain. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Brazil, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're
going south. What?
I mean, we talked about the Power Rangers up on the northern side and how they, the Russian version earlier took a lot of bait in that direction, and you can see that's kind of what they're doing now. They're pushing people up into and around the crates area, and they're holding them off. And we talked about it. These are some of the better players on the team.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the fact is, it doesn't matter how bloody good you are. If you're running into, say, 10, 15 players, you're going to get knocked.
Yeah.
Generally, it's not just a simple squad or a couple of duos. You're going to get caught out. His own team is shooting. Yeah, his own teammate's shooting him there. So, it's things you got to compete with. But look, this is what I was talking about. They've allowed USA to get on the mountain.
Yeah, that is a big...
They've really allowed them to get on force on the mountain. So now it's just, these sort of fights, it's just nades, and a couple of good nades could catch you. But USA have completely taken over the mountain, and Brazil are just backing away from the fight.
I don't really, at this point, you can't really back away anywhere anymore.
Well, now they're trying to commit back to the mountain, but it's too late. They've allowed USA to have... I would say about 20 people on that mountain now, on that ridgeline. It's insane. But it could mean a couple of big nades could turn against them, and that's going to bounce. That one's going to bounce. Any more going to come on over the top? I think a couple of their own nades might catch them as well. USA got to be careful, but some blue on blue, but there is more nades coming their way.
This is not looking good at all. Maybe it was all part of the plan, all part of the Gabriel master plan. We won't know unless if they win the tournament. We can ask them in this interview.
Pablex, that's a wee bit aggressive, son. I like your confidence, and he actually does get a knock, but you might want to back away.
So McCoy and Patcaps both go down to the blue. Not sure exactly what happened there. Cat around the side. She's on the front line too. Let's see what was a tactical support player can muster in this girl.
He's getting hit from the side, and he's coming from down below. Brazil are picking up quite a few kills here against the USA, but it is pretty neck and neck between the two. You can see the kill feed certainly looking pretty even, but more importantly, USA finishing a couple of those kills, but they are still within a big nade, and you can see them still raining over the top there. The nades continue to flood in. Cat found one, should be able to get that flush. No, gets knocked. Was about to get the flush, but that's come straight from behind. Caught out. She might be able to get reviving there. I can see someone trying to stick it, but it doesn't matter because Brazil are continuing to push the mountain.
This is really, really tricky. The entire force of Brazil is pushing in from the side now, and I can't really keep track of it because you guys got to know the leaderboard out there in the top middle, it doesn't count knocks, so there can be a lot of players down that aren't really counted for right now, but I think it's actually pretty even.
Well, I think the Brazilian nades are the ones that are winning it at the moment. I'm constantly seeing nades landing on the USA, and I did wonder when they got a little compressed if it was going to work that way, but the shots, they're coming out well for the USA. Lata picking himself up a couple there. You can see back and forward. Gabrielle getting herself one, the captain for Brazil, working for her. Mafia pops over the side, gets a quick catch on Figinaldo, trying to get the flank around the side, but I got a feeling USA are slowly coming out on top here. Rusty Zero trying to go for it, but gets shot by his own teammate in the back.
I think the captains need to step it up right now. Civil gets himself a double, gets a flush on George Mafia too, and this is going to be a really tricky hold off. 15 on both sides.
This is going close.
Tagging off one by one.
This is getting very, very close. Just as you think it's going well, we see the M249 coming into play from Transcope. The Wookiee suits all coming in from the south side, tossing out those nades as well, back and forward. It's still very, very even. Snakers is down, but he had an M249. You really want to try and get him back up on his feet. There's so much loot up here at the moment. Brazil have got a couple of stragglers working up. Higuain waking his way up the hillside. He's got Kickstart down low. The rest of USA sort of backing away slightly at the moment as the Red Canids, the experienced Brazilians, making some work.
In all fairness, when you... Oh my lord, that's a lot of kills going in the favor of Brazil right now. When you have a team of 4 pushing up with full level 3 gear and level 3 guns in a close quarter engagement like this, that can really be the difference maker in a fight.
This could be monster for Transcope. He's working well at the moment. Root Gods finds another 2. USA down to 8. They have about 6 on the feet at the back there, and they're losing. Kickstart goes down. Yaxley gets knocked, and this is all going bad for them. Latta will get 1. Latta gets 2, but can't get kept out. Here comes Brazil over the top, and the mountain has got a giant Brazilian flag in it so far. It's looking like it's going to go one way. Snaker says he's back on his feet with the M249, but he's backing away, and he's being pursued heavily by lots of Brazilians coming over. They want blood for the first matchup. Snakers will go down. It is all over. Wolf's the last man, along with Latta.
Latta is going to be all on his own, and that's going to be it. That is the first time today we don't get a clean sweep. 1-1's going to be the score. Brazil let them come up the mountain a little too close for comfort, in my opinion, but they do manage to get the win.
Yeah, it worked out well. It was Andy from the Red Canids at the end there with the 5 kills. And I think grenades saved Brazil there. Honestly, I felt they'd made a big mistake letting the USA take so much of that mountain because they could have kept them at arm's length quite easily and kept them away. They backed away, and it wasn't until the circle basically said, it is going to finish here, that Brazil committed to it, and that's when they started to turn the fight because everybody that was down in crates came up and they were stacked with nades. They were just tossing them up, landing them perfectly on the top of the hill, catching all the USA off, and it was always like 2 people down, 2 people down, 2 people down.
So now
Here's
NA has
oh dear, Pat Cats.
So now NA has an NA win, SA has an SA server win. That's interesting. So each team has won on their respective servers. Does that mean we go over to an NA win now?
Well, maybe.
I mean, there's a massive pink difference. Especially for these close quarter fights, that I would actually think has quite a big impact.
Sanhok or Miramar next? I can't remember which one it was. It's one or the other. It does mean we're going to get a Vikendi in there because that's the 5th
that was
map,
number 5,
Vikendi's definitely going to creep in there as well. So I'm actually just glad we're finally not going to get a 4-0. And I got to be honest, considering the dominant position that Brazil had, it still went pretty close.
It
still went pretty close, and on their own server. So I'm still a little concerned about that. But it shows the USA are not unbeatable. And that's going to give a big bonus to the Brazilian team, I think. We're going to go to the next map. That'll be after the break. We'll see you there. Gentlemen, and good evening to you if you just joined us. It is all square between Brazil and USA in the GLL Nations Royale finals for the Americas. I'm Toby, and this is Lee, D-Man Smith. That's you, right?
I thought I was supposed to like mime when you said I'm Toby.
Just go along. What is your surname? Is Will? How do you say it?
Vinblad.
Vinblad. That's it. Now I would not said it like that way.
Probably wouldn't. No.
It's Vinblad. I thought.
Vinblad.
Blah. Danish.
Vinblad. Yeah.
Danish pronunciations. It's like they always get me. It's like you look at it and you think, how does that ever say that? It's like your beer.
No, it's we have like a soft öl. Yeah. We have like a soft D. It's a strange thing.
Softy, yeah.
It's like the TH in the, but you put it at the end of the word instead of the beginning.
Yeah. So it's like Avengers' name as well is
sound delicious.
It's Goth. It's Goth.
How to put your name with Demon and Toby?
Yeah, I mean, I could butcher pronunciations all day long. My fiance just laughs at me every time I try and speak German. Just say, this is not helping. It's not helping by trying to pronounce things. So, yes, anyway, this is the kills. And Brazil getting themselves their first win. And Andy FPS now with 5 kills on the board. Got a couple from the previous game as well. And, well, for USA, they were just kind of... They were naded. they were red zone. They were red zone.
And the 3 players from Brazil with most kill stat games were 3 of the 4 Wookiees.
Yes, the Wookiee suits, the tier 3.
Did make a difference.
The M249.
They had 2 grosses and an M249.
Yeah.
That's pretty nifty when you're literally fighting people.
Close range fight. Okay, we'll be right there.
2 grosses, full level 3 gear, and an M249. That does help out.
Yeah, so no surprise to see who's top of the kill board for Brazil after that one. The Trinity obviously getting his kills along with Snakers in the previous game. Snakers just DMing me in between that game.
I feel like Kat has been robbed because her knock.
She got the knock, but got knocked straight away. Yeah.
But that should still count as her kill though, right? If she knocked it and someone else flushed it, it's the same team. Or maybe it's if another squad.
Maybe she didn't get the knock.
Oh, she did.
She definitely got the knock, actually, yeah.
But maybe if it's from another platoon, it counts as if it's
their
another
kill
team.
Rather than her kill. Yeah, I guess it might be. You're right. You're right. If it's a yes, yeah, that's
so
exactly
it's the same team, but it's another squad within.
So somebody else stole the kill, basically.
Caddy, you have
but she got knocked anyway. So
she did get the knock. We saw it. We saw it.
But she also couldn't confirm it because she instantly got knocked straight afterwards because it was just the chaos on the hillside. It is the USA piling out first. They want Los Leones, but it looks like they want Monte Nuevo too, and it looks like they will be giving it. This is going to split the map pretty much. Either side, because obviously you can see Brazil going very much into Picado and further afield to maybe Bendita or up to San Martin. Pozo looks like it might be contested. Not too many Americans going that way though, so we're going to maybe see a couple of changes. Valiant and Taylor J are going into Pozo. They're committing. They're going on it's going to be an east-west split in Pozo. They have good backup maybe from Monte Nuevo as well, possible.
They are 2v4 as they land, that's for sure. And of course, maybe they'll be able to get a little bit of help from the south side of it.
Well, it was Taylor J that got involved early on. He used the support that arrived last time, and that is a circle that nobody is in.
That is all. I like it. I like it. I'm sad we never see these in esports mode, because esports mode has that thing where it has to connect with the plane to some extent. These circles are always fun when everyone just gets thrown off by them.
All right, so, well, AK versus Micro Uzi actually could be closer than you'd think at this range.
Yeah. Uzi wins these.
Yeah, well, it depends if he's managed to pick up any... Oh, that's nice. Nice, Taylor. Didn't take any damage. As I say, it depends if he's managed to pick up any armor.
He tried to go for the window, though, so it wasn't that nice.
It stopped the damage. That's the nice part. Meanwhile, Zibi's just stopped.
I think he was hoping that he was going to go for the front door and that he would catch him off because he didn't have a vest on, and that's just 2 taps with the AK, and then you might not be winning that battle. Taylor backing off over towards Valiant, so you have at least a teammate around that can help you out. And again, we got to keep in mind, Brazil won that last game, and every single game so far they've started out 3 behind.
Yes, that's true, actually, yeah. And It's obviously with a couple of players not connecting to the server. We are back on the North American server. You can tell in the bottom right-hand corner if you're ever concerned and wondering exactly what it is. It says NA or SA.
In the very, very bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Small letters.
Oh, Ninja Dude. What are you doing?
Oh, Ninja Dude.
Like,
where even is that?
I was just thinking, say, what even is?
Where were you that would make you think an opponent was with?
I think that's in Los Leones. That's the only thing I can think of. I can't see him anywhere else.
There's only
blue on blue.
Where is Ninja?
I'm being pushed. I'm being pushed. Where is Ninja Dude? He's just naded him and ran. Like, oh, he's upstairs. At least you do is come and revive your bloody teammate if you knock him.
I feel like there's a lot of internal stuff going on right now. He's holding the angle as if they're... Guys, do you Discord?
Do you look at the kill feed?
I mean, we talked to the Russians, and they said they kind of just YOLO it, and even they didn't team kill. So with these guys that apparently have communication set up with different leaders below them, was it Wooly who's the one calling the shots right now?
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to get the whiplash out and start. Or the, what do you call it? The what do you call those?
No, that was right. Whiplash.
Whiplash. Yeah, he needs to get his troops in order.
Well, Pat Caps has tried to take position early on. He has got the strong Ents compound, but doesn't look like it's going to be too much. Yeah. I don't think so. It's going to have to pull. I mean, there's no water pull from this, so there is a strong
quadruple Eastern hardship.
Yeah, it would have to be a lot of Eastern hardships to get there.
Yeah,
sadly.
Never say never. One can only hope.
I don't know if I hope for it either, because
I mean, it's just the amount, just the fact that there would be boats for like 15 people,
yeah,
and everyone else would have to swim. That would be. But then we would finally get to see 6 people in a boat, because there's actually room. No, there's 5 people. There's room for 5 people in a boat.
Yeah,
and that's one of those vehicles. It's the same thing with. I mean, because right when it first came out, there was no talks of a game mode like this at all. So it's like, why?
Why would you do this?
Why do you even have a vehicle that has 5 slots or 5 seats when you can only play squads? And it was like that for a long time.
Yep.
And then the minivan came out on Miramar, and that kind of made sense because the vehicle being the type of vehicle that it is.
Yeah, it's the 6 box.
But at the same time, it was one of those. I think it came out with the patch that introduced platoons. So that made it make a little more sense, at least. It was confusing, I remember. Like, why do they make a vehicle with 5 seats when you're only playing squads?
Yeah, it was like, you never get to use it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Brazil are going to have a big slice of this circle, though.
Yes.
Nobody's, as of yet, gone for that big, strong compound south of Bendita. I'm wondering whether Brazil are going to maybe get in it, scouting out that it is empty, because Pat Caps is just at that single compound. And it is a big compound where Pat Caps is, very strong, has a really good sight line, but could cause potential problems if that's where they all decide to pitch their tents effectively.
Also, I mean, if you're Brazil, you kind of have to puffer fish right now because half your team isn't inside the circle yet. So you gotta like, if you want to keep certain areas and you're only 2 or 3 people in that compound, you gotta make some noise. You gotta really play aggressive to make it look like you're much more people than you actually are.
They've allowed Uncivil to get the little roadside ruins area.
Yeah.
So that's given a decent angle into center point. Cat and Co are all coming that way now. So the USA slowly working their way more central, despite the fact they were much later to it. Brazil just haven't taken the angles. Rusty Zero caught and taken down by Snakers. Now that was way over in Picado way. They were a long way apart. So just a single.
Oh, that's one hardship.
Finished. Okay.
We're going there. X knew. He knew all along. He knew all along. There's a lot of water in this circle, man. If you're, I mean, unfortunately for Brazil, I'm afraid America might actually get into the best position in this circle.
Let's talk about Impala, because Impala's a wall that's got basically one high side that looks down and everything north of it.
America gets it. I mean, the Brazilian team just isn't there to establish a kind of front line to defend it should they get breached, so they need to back off. I like the play from Brazil. I mean, it's unfortunate that they have to do this, but it's the right in this situation. It's the right play to make because there's no way that even if they pushed into Impala, that if Brazil committed to
Smooth driving,
it,
Cat. No, she just beached it.
in the middle of
Did she
the
just
field.
beach it? She beached it.
Yikes.
She beached it.
In the middle of the field, too.
That's a yikes.
Whoopsies. Don't let team captains drive. That's why, I mean, we've seen so many times where the team captain has like a designated driver.
She is obviously, busy communicating hard.
Obviously.
That's how those sort of things
She was
happen.
singing motivational chants for the team.
That's it, keeping the motivation,
Yeah,
keeping the spirits up.
Motivational chants got out of hand and
There's still quite a lot of Americans out in the blue. Gotta make sure their own teammates don't kill them as they try and come in.
that does happen surprisingly often. Mafia is...
USA are really trying to wrap around and get into that center point. That's a little... That's some fancy footwork.
That's some Michael Jackson moves right there. I always wondered why the motorbikes on Miramar have Polish license plates.
Good point. Is it the PZ on the back?
It says PL on the back of it.
PL, yeah.
I had a developer once trying to explain me that that they imported the vehicles, and he actually gave me like a 3-tweet like a story of how and why it was the way that it was, and I thought, you know what, fair enough. That's disciple, no respect. Okay, fair enough. It's not like he was not sitting and praying or anything. Maybe it was a trap all along.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. They waste one player to then have everyone look down from up. Now it seems like Natalia didn't really want to overpeak that one. Makes sense.
Well, it's pretty even. I would say the USA have been allowed to get really right on top of Brasilia.
They have everything here. They have everything. They have a 5-player lead. 4 of the kills obviously coming from them not having a lot of players.
This is what I'm talking about. They've allowed USA onto the hill that they themselves are camping. This is not good.
It's not working out for them at all. And the thing is, once they have, or if they get control of this hill, America or United States, the entire kind of industrial area that, well, the entire team of Brazil is in, they will have a perfect vision down towards it.
Oh, that was annoying. He just couldn't. It was too close that the gun wouldn't pull, and then I couldn't use it. But Sub-Zero's up there and clearing. Can you believe? You know what Sub-Zero is, right?
The guy from Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right. Hayes.
I didn't know if they were referring to something else.
No, Hayes didn't know.
No,
Hayes
I
didn't know Mortal Kombat.
It's him and his what's the counterpart? Scorpion?
Yeah, Scorpion, his brother.
I remember. I
know.
remember.
Yeah. I was like, he was like, no, I don't know. I was like, you can't be
Mortal Kombat.
I
Or seen the amazing movies?
Come here. Yeah, the amazing movies. Yeah.
Best movies
I
ever.
think Kylie Minogue in one of those.
What is the best one? The Mortal Kombat one's or the Street Fighter movie? Have you ever seen
she was
that
Street
one?
Fighter. That's
Yeah,
right.
that
She was Street Fighter, right? Yeah, there was some.
That
There was
with
Van
with
Damme.
what's his name? Yeah, Van Damme. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That was some
actually.
god awful movies.
What do you mean?
Come on, Benji, you know he's
What
there.
do you mean? Best movie ever. That's a barrel.
No NA look for him.
No.
Oh, shot in the back.
I've always liked this name.
Psycho, yeah.
Alita, B. Why do Brazilian players now start going down to the blue as well? We saw NA players do it on the SA server. Maybe it's a connection thing, where the NA players kind of DC on the SA servers and the other way around. I don't know, because we saw McCoy and one more disconnect last game. Could be.
Well,
Necro out as well now.
I'm going to say it right now. Brazil are going to get battered.
I am thinking that's going to happen too, because with you can see Wolf and Snakers and Taylor J. All 3 very talented players. Lada and Valiant is coming over now.
Brazil are backing away from the fight.
Everyone's dying to the blue.
They're backing away from the fight. They're leaving the mountain that they've held. Instead of trying to hold it, they're all backing away from it and just running into the open. So USA have now got the high ground and can shoot them in the back.
I think coming into next game, Gabriel, he needs to sit down and take a talk with the team and be like, guys, we gotta grow some cojones here. I mean, we really gotta stand strong. Where we decide to defend, we cannot just keep backing off, because they have had positions, they have had areas of the map where like damn, nice position, fight for it now.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they just
yeah.
run away.
I mean, they almost did it on the mountain in the last game.
Exactly, they almost threw that one.
Snake is just piling straight in there.
YOLO!
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty deep. I think when you see players making moves like that, and he's actually just running. He's like, oh my god.
With his, I mean, he does have an M249. Of course, you want to use it, right?
Yeah, I mean, but he just drives into the team. He's on a kill spree. He's just trying.
He's listening to.
He's trying to yoink as many as he can. When you see players doing that sort of confident, you know they're feeling it. They're which is a problem for Brazil.
Wait, you're not the same team.
What? Ganchuan? Nobody saw that. Okay, we'll go with lag for that one. Lag.
That was lag. Yeah. Oh, it is NA service.
Lag.
Of course, it was lag.
Lag. Yeah.
It was lag. Yeah, that's the only explanation of that. This is not. Oh, Willow.
Did he nade from the vehicle? I think he naded.
Yeah, he
from
naded out of the
vehicle,
window.
Right?
Yeah. I'm seeing Brazil die a lot here, and I think that's the end of it. And now they're killing each other again.
I mean, they're killing each other so they can get the last kill.
No, that's what it is. They're fighting for the last kill.
Yeah. Oh, Raspu.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. No. They won nonetheless.
24-0. So
Lord.
Brazil. Can we talk about that one? Because Brazil had position.
Again.
Brazil had the hill.
Again.
Brazil allowed them to just come up the hill.
Again. Gotta stop doing that, mates.
I mean,
it's not, the thing is, it's not that Brazil is a bad shot. Like, I would understand if it was amateur versus pro tournament where, oh no, they're better than us. Run away. These Brazilians are good players. Red Canids, Black Dragons, Furia. These are top-notch players, and they are running scared.
And they actually dominated the duos. In Wingman 2 weeks ago, it was very much all South Americans at the top. Yeah, there wasn't that many American teams in the top 10.
Yeah,
I think it was 2 maybe. So it's not like it was a close performance. This is just not working well.
Very baffling to me that they play on the back foot the way they do. Because when I saw them and Argentina play, they were the ones dying because they were too aggressive, and that could maybe have been part of it. That they kept getting killed because they were too aggressive, and now they're trying to do the opposite, and it's just having a complete opposite effect as well.
Well, that was a stomp.
It was, and there was there was never really a time at which you thought, ooh, Brazil has this, because once they backed off twice, like the second time, I was like,
well, first
they
they
just
were
gave
allowed
up every chance to win it.
They were allowed to take the ends compound and then the main road. And then the circle shift, and you're like, well, okay, Brazil's completely got this. No, America just wrap around and continue into the center, and we're just allowed in there.
Yeah.
You're just allowed. You gotta, like, if you look at the way Russia play, they will hold that line.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And nobody will pass this point. This is the point. Defend it. Simple. And as Johnny said, just let them do what they do.
Just let them do what they do.
Do what they do. We'll see as we move on to the next map, which will be on a South American server, whether we end up at a 2-2. We'll find out soon after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Nations Royale. It is the finals between the USA and Brazil. It is 2-1 currently to the USA. I'm Lee D-Man Smith, and this is Toby. Got it right way around this time.
Impressive.
I know, it's hard.
It is a really
hard
difficult
this time.
task.
We are going to move on to Sandhawk.
Yes.
So we had a fun one in the German-Russia game.
Yeah.
It ended up on the good old Camp Alpha Hills.
That was tricky.
And then pulled down at the end. So we will see whether we have a bit of a split in the map this time. If you think of the Finnish game, Finland versus
Finja?
Czechia, Finya, it's a new country, just south, north of Kenya. Out Madagascar
What is
way.
it west of?
Hmm?
What is it west of?
West of Madagascar. I don't know. That puts it.
I don't know.
It can't be west of Madagascar because that puts it like in the ocean in the middle of nowhere.
No.
Yes.
It's west of Madagascar. It's on mainland, right? So Madagascar's an island east of.
Yeah,
Africa.
you are right. You are right. It puts it on the African.
On the continent.
It could have worked. It could have been.
It could have been.
East of Congo.
Yeah.
There we go. See, we got it.
South of Denmark.
Finya.
Finya. Yeah.
But anyway, countries and geography aside, I'm talking absolute rubbish.
We're going SA Sanok. It's going to be a full-on boot camp landslide. I think all players have committed
Boot
to.
camp landslide.
This is
Okay.
going to be. Everyone has agreed that there's such a big ping difference anyway. So what if we just all drop boot camp?
That'd be nice.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
It's what Russia USA.
I was going to say, I feel like I've seen it before, right?
Gra-
Yeah, it has
Grand
happened
Slam,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was when
Surprised
it was,
no more PCs lit on fire. Given the fact that they probably have. What happens when you get minus FPS? Like when you go -1
go
frame per
minus-
second.
it just goes,
It starts claiming frames from you. I mean, that's.
Starts taking them off your memory
Exactly.
graphics card. It's like, sorry. So Snaker's at the top of the kill board because, well, frankly, just yeeharded him with his M249.
Yeah, that did pay off well. That did, really did pay off.
Worked out well for him. But here we go. We're going straight across Paradise Resort. We will see America bailing out, actually down south, but so are Brazil. So
Yeah.
we're going to see a bit of a split loot strategy, maybe. We'll see. Obviously, it is Sanok, so you can kind of bail and go wherever you like. There's a long way to go. That is boot camp that Cat Conti is aiming at.
It seems so.
Yeah.
There's the whole jump 1 kilometer prior to your destination, and then if you do the math there, that's a pretty.
There is
number.
Brazilians going there as well.
There are. Maybe they'll back off. We'll see.
Not
Seems
seeing them
like-
backing off. I can see them going towards boot
But
camp.
I'm only seeing 2 Brazilians. That's my concern.
There's a few in that pile. They're
No,
going to
they're
keep on
continuing,
going.
they're
Yeah,
continuing,
they
they're
continue on
continuing.
by.
They'll get the Northwest Island, though, which we saw last game. Ended up, not the way they wanted it to, but it did end up giving Germany the win.
But this has put the
Oh, they
Quarry
actually did.
squad in trouble.
They're surrounded, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a brawl going on, though, and that brawl
Oh.
taking place over in the area of
Paradise Resort.
Paradise, yeah, exactly.
So Brazil
Living
flashing
on.
there. Wooly nearby. He's listening for the footsteps. He's got the angle. Oh, and he's got him. Wooly down. Taylor J down as well. Raspu catching him off. He's going to try and hop up around. Gets around the backside. This is really nice play from Higuain from Furia.
This is this has a lot of American casualties right now, and they've just tied things up.
Yeah, this is South American territory. Raspu running in, Waldo down. Taylor J was knocked as well. Rusty Zero finishing that one off. They've backed into Red Canid's territory. Paradise Resort. And that is going to be a punch finish.
Get out.
Taylor J down. Faced each other
Not
just,
any more of that.
just a month ago at PGC.
So taking casualties once more. Yaxley. I love that name. I don't know why. It just comes off so
Yaxley.
nice. Yaxley.
Yeah, actually, it's a very American name as well.
Yaxley. Yeah.
So actually, with Paradise Resort going the Brazilian way, it has opened up the map. Especially with the circle the way it is, that has opened up really a big old territory because Quarry and Paradise Resort gives them a big north-south. Meanwhile, America have a big east-west contingent. So this is going to be definitely a different fight. This one, pretty even on the kills as well. And don't forget, Brazil do start with 3 less players as well. They have been, so that means they've really done well taking down all those USA players. And there were some big names in there as well in Paradise Resort.
Yeah, exactly. It was essentially a good half of the same squad that went out just there. So, so hopefully they can capitalize on the now 1 kill lead. Seems like Mr. Suit is running up towards Padcaps, and Padcaps is essentially the only one really in the middle, potentially at least preventing Brazil from taking full control of the center. Oh, hello.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Yeah, door shut.
oh. Pat was like, nope, I don't sell by the doors.
I'm not buying today. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. I will not join your cult.
A lumber suit. That's like a. I guess.
Is that still a thing though? Salesmen, like back in the day when they
Door-to-door
tried to sell
salesman?
you. Yeah, does that just still? I
don't
know
know.
phones. I think it's been turned into phone salesman, right?
I definitely know there is still door-to-door salesmen.
Have you ever had it
Germany.
happen? Have you had it happen? Like people come to you?
No, I just know that my fiance did it at one point as like one of the random jobs out of nowhere.
Okay.
For an ISP, for a telecom actually.
Okay.
Big ISP, obviously. Telecom, big.
Never heard of
one.
it before.
Telecom.
Nope.
Big
No,
pink writing.
I've never heard of modern day.
Oh right, yeah. I mean that was still a good few years ago. That was so. It was many years ago. So I don't know. Maybe it still does.
Back in the 50s when D-Man was young.
I've had power people doing it, Ryan Energy. So, but they were my energy company at the time. So maybe that was just like they're visiting rather. But we've got a deal for you.
Nathalia.
That's great. You could have just picked the phone up.
That is.
I could have told.
I think they realized.
I could have told you no on the phone.
I think they realized that at one point, and then they started making the phone calls.
Yeah, now they're all just robotic phone calls, right?
Yeah.
Just like hello.
Hello.
And then
you have called. No, I haven't.
I heard you've recently been in an accident. No.
What?
It's funny. I don't believe I've had a car for the last 6 years.
Good, because in order to avoid that, is what I would have said.
No,
if
it's just all automated. Oh dear. But anyway, this circle is working well for Brazil. They have the center point, so Valiant down as well.
Maybe this is the good thing. If they have nowhere to back off to, then maybe they will take fights. Maybe that's the plan, D-Man. If they have nowhere to run, they will take fights. So if they just surround them early enough, America, they actually might get a fight off it.
Yeah, because America do seem a little disjointed here.
Yeah.
They're trying to kind of wrap around the north. I'm not sure that's...
I can't really tell what the strategy is. It seems like they don't really know either.
Yeah, and at the moment they're down on the hill at Barnes, so if they can get away from the hill...
Is he just chilling by a tree? Yep, that would essentially be what he's doing.
Maybe
Sitting
scouting.
here in the boring
Rogi
room.
waiting to see what's going on. Sub-Zero coming. Come here!
It's the best song I've heard in a long time, Lemon Tree. Remember that one?
Yep.
No, it's a good song. Very nice song. Do you have songs that remind you of games?
We just cut away from him and he killed Pat Caps. Good. See, that he knew what he was doing all along.
Come on, man.
Sub-Zero. He's only got it 2 times. That's not good.
I don't think he's gonna want to chase it, but as I say that, he does run in that direction. Do you have songs that make you think of games, like the songs that technically don't have anything to do with that one game? Like whenever you grinded games back in the day, like one song you would used to hear a lot.
No, I tend to listen, have TV on a different screen rather than music.
For me, Lemon
like
Tree
when I was doing like WoW grinding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
MMO grinds.
Yeah, that's Lemon Tree was RuneScape, and then you remember like the Mayahu?
Yeah,
remember that one? That was Diablo 2 for me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't remember if I had a dedicated WoW song.
No, because
maybe Magic Key.
Playing it for so long.
If you remember that one, Magic Key by LL Cool J. That might have been. I'm not sure.
No, that one.
You do when you hear it.
Surely WoW would be like Linkin Park or something like that.
Nah, no. I mean, I had Linkin Park as my ringtone in the morning. My alarm
every like mage video would have a bit of Linkin Park in the background. It's like
the old tone.
Here I am, frost shocking everyone and using my blizzard. Yeah, edgy. Yeah.
I tried so hard.
That's it. Yeah. Anyway. This has ended up well for Brazil, but USA, are we going to have a 2-2?
We might. I mean, it is an SA server game, and so far the statistics stand strong. It is a 100% win rates on their respective servers.
I just feel like USA have forgotten how to play in this game. Their Paradise Resort battle, they're about to get battered in the north. Brazil have just piled out on them. This is not good for USA.
I mean, it seems like they are allowed to take these fights and just splits.
They're
dividing them as they please.
There's nobody as a group. They're all solo. USA just seem, I think, like they lost that Paradise Resort battle, and I think they just kind of like gone into meltdown mode.
Yeah, could be. Not quite sure now. They are getting a few kills in return here. Quinn, Lycan, though, both gone down. And they're already down by 2, so it's not because things are getting impossible.
Yeah,
but we talked about all day
South,
how
though.
you want to separate the fights. And right now, there's a massive pull for the Brazilians on the south side, as you said.
Yeah, this is not going well.
It really is, and it's getting dragged out a little. And the northern team of America is really being held off by essentially there's a doorman by Paradise Resort telling half the players of America saying you're not going down to help your friends.
Lampalot and Lata and Disciple all just came along from the north side and actually just battered quite a few of them. They were trying to make the push over the hill. That stopped them dead. So USA might be able to get a few of theirs on the feet. Still 19-19. Very close. USA is still trying to struggle in the north, actually, around Paradise Resort. But Disciple, a couple of shots tapping past him.
Glitching
but the USA are slowly taking the lead, despite the fact they're playing so rigidly. McCoy, we haven't seen much of him. He's finally coming
players
from the
on the south side of this circle too?
There's Penta as well.
What?
We haven't seen a great deal of these at all.
Welcome to the circle, guys. This is where people shoot each other.
This is what happens when McCoy is not in Ghost anymore. He just forgets what he's doing.
Now he is a ghost.
That's it.
Yeah. Now he's completely invisible. But they are sprinting. They want a piece of the action. They were just running the wrong way for a little while, maybe. I'm not sure exactly.
That's it. They ran down south. They're like, oh, the circle's
wait, that's where we were headed. Damn it. They forgot the map.
We'll be there soon, don't worry.
Yeah.
You know, actually, when they do come in, they're going to have a really good angle from behind of Brazil because they're not going to be ready for that at all.
That's what I've always wanted, a hardcore mode in PUBG where you don't have a map. Or you don't have a mini-map. So at some point, you see like a blue wall. And you have to kind of go in the direction that it's leading you to.
Just have a compass that has to lead you there or something.
Could be pretty fun. United States of America sitting with a 1-kill lead and a 1-map lead right now. Next circle is going to reveal itself in just about 5 seconds.
Okay, there's a mass migration along the north
they have
side
found
from
each other
Paradise Resort.
somehow.
Yeah,
somehow they found it. It's like an east to west battle right now. It's full on.
It's south. It's gone Quarry. It's gone to McCoy. It's gone to Balefrost.
They knew. They knew all along. They knew. It was all coordinated from the start. They just debated us.
This is still very close. Paradise Resort edge. All these have to move out of here. Necron, surely Kitchen's going to finish him off, yeah.
Right now, seems like they're holding off pretty strong against the Brazilian team.
Brazil?
Nice tax there, Ladder.
They just got absolutely battered.
Yeah,
they were
really
all
did.
knocks. That was all knocks, and suddenly Brazil just got knocked to oblivion.
Brazil is sitting at somewhere around 11 right now alive. Because remember, guys, before the flush comes in, that tick up there in the middle, above the best of 7, doesn't go down. It has to be kills confirmed. So when we're in the very late game and it still says 9 alive, there could be one guy running around with 8 people being knocked, and you wouldn't be able to tell.
For me, this is Brazil giving the game away. They had the advantage. They had them pinned in the north. They had the solid position in the south, but they went looking for the kills on the hill rather than holding it. And effectively, the aggression's kind of backfired on them. Lampalot's down, though. But
they might have been as confused as we were by how America was playing. Because, as you said yourself, too, it didn't seem like there was any structure in anything that the U.S. team was doing for a good third of the game. And now, as you can see, they have got them completely isolated in the corner of the circle.
And with so many players lost early on, you just got to feel that it really was the time for Brazil back on their server to pick themselves up a win. But I think the randomness has worked out. And now McCoy and Penta that finally arrived are about to get pretty busy down on the side of Brazil, pushing down towards them. And they're just going to light up Balefrost there as well. Reload. Everybody getting caught out. Balefrost realizing I'm actually in the open on the hill. This is not a good place to be.
It was fun when they didn't shoot back. This road crossing is going to be like crossing a river. As soon as they're out there in the open, there's going to be so many guns pointed their way. And I think we're counting somewhere between 5 to 4 players from Brazil up in the live right now. This should very shortly be a US win.
Everybody's just trying to confirm as many kills as they can.
Mine.
I want the most
They
kills.
have just understood that you can steal kills from your teammates. That's
That's it.
Once they figured that out, then everyone started yoinking them.
He's just running the barrel. He sees another one. He's going to confirm the steal.
Mine.
Steal. I see that one. Steal. Oh. Go on, ZB.
I mean, you're
Do it, ZB. No, ZB. I had faith. Oh, Pale Frost. He's on 2. Don't show your ass to ZB.
now they're in the blue.
Yeah.
This is a Brazil that put up a good fight in the early game. I thought it was going to be their game to win. I thought it was going to be 2-2, and then one circle ago, things just fell apart. Now 7B down and out. Elimination there. We're going to go into what could be a final game on Vikendi coming in after this one.
Yeah, it's... I just felt... I mean, it started so well. Obviously, Paradise Resort, Red Canids, and Furia combining to dominate some top NA players in Paradise Resort. And they took down about 6 or 7 players right there and then. And bearing in mind, I think they were up on players and there were 3 down at the start. So they were really in a big position. Then they'd also flushed everybody to the north, Paradise Resort. They had the 2 central spots for the circle. Perfect. And then they kind of started to overextend.
Yeah.
The north team started to chase north. The south started to chase over to the east side, and it all backfired. And then they got shot in the back and miscommunication, and then it just all went wrong.
The way that they split them off seems so like smart and coordinated. They held a chunk down to the southeast, and they outnumbered them, while even though they were outnumbered on the northwestern side, they actually managed to hold them off too. And I think that became the issue, that NA at some point realized, wait, we have the entire team fighting us down here. Who are the guys holding off you in the northwest? And when they realized, wait, we're actually outnumbering them, and they started pushing forward, that's when things started crumbling.
And also to the point that at one point America were trying to push into Paradise Resort and just said, well, what are we doing? They just wrap around.
Yeah.
And as soon as they got around that side, there's that really easy entrance to the car park sort of area.
Yeah.
And Brazil at the time were trying to back out and go and reinforce the south.
But cool.
So they all just got shot in the back. They all got shot in the back. So easy. Vikendi up next, 3-1 to the USA. Will Brazil be able to fight back? Find out after the break. Back, ladies and gentlemen, it is the GLL Nations Royale between the USA and Brazil. It is 3-1 currently to the USA. Is there going to be another game after this one? Well, Brazil, you're going to have to step it up, and you're going to have to step it up on a North American server on Vikendi. That's going to be a tough one, Toby.
I mean, we don't want it to have an influence whatsoever we play on, but when we just saw the players move around like with a free cam there, and of course there's also a bit of maybe observer lag because we're sitting in, I mean, they're in NA playing SA. We're sitting in Europe observing in NA for SA, right? It's just going to make things even worse. But we saw the Cybele move. I mean, there's
bit of moonwalking going on.
There's some moonwalking too. It has impact. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. So when we saw obviously how the SA players struggled on the North American side on Miramar. Kills for the game. Well, it was pretty wild. Obviously, I've been saying Higuain because that's a footballer, but it's definitely different. It's Higuain, I would say. Yeah, something like that. Higuain. Not Higuain, as in the Juventus footballer. Higuain. 4 kills, and that was all from Paradise Resort. That was the Paradise Resort battle. Him and Raspu basically dominating it.
Yes.
In there and taking down a lot of big names from the North American team.
They, I mean, using the terrain up there in the ridgeline inside the Paradise Resort itself, they really, really, really outdueled them.
Yeah. Dominant stuff, and yeah, he was nice. He hopped up behind him, caught them all off guard.
Yep.
Of course, it does mean total kills is a little more balanced. Matty HD now challenging Sneakers at the top there, the Trinity, Sub-Zero, Valiant, all on 6 as well. Now you're going up to 8, along with Andy FPS, who was up there earlier with 7. So, Vikendi is the next map, and the plane is already mobile. Let's get it on your screens, and let's get the action on the way. It is the USA versus Brazil. 32-27. That's a 5-kill advantage already to the USA.
You get wild and wild every time you say those two team names.
I should be.
I kind of wish we went into 7 games.
Hey, I
could hear how it would sound in the end.
I'll go into UFC, do a bit of Bruce Buffer. Let's get ready to rumble! The USA versus
when it's Brazil playing, every time they get a kill, you have to go, goal!
Go, 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 go! Socrates! Go, 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 go! Oh, dear.
I'm so glad we're in a very concealed basement down here. So
yeah, I mean,
gonna
in fairness, while Brazil are kind of famous for that, I think it's mainly the Mexican commentators, actually, I think that pull a lot of that off. Oh, cat, that was...
You almost got yourself killed on a tree there. That would have been
yikes.
That would have been a bad way to start today.
You
already
she would
have left the car in the middle of a field in Miramar.
Well,
don't want to pull a duck.
We might be interviewing her in a moment, so we can ask her about that one.
so how is that going? That is probably the most center circle you could ever get.
Generic. Yeah. Obviously the castle in there, decent couple of central structures, the big old mountain, etc. Castle finish, I'd love it. Yep.
Now that you can run out there too, so it's not going to be that bad.
Now I've got Castles in the Sky in my head.
That's a good song.
It was a good song.
It still is.
It is, yeah, but it's a bit aged nowadays.
So what? And where is it from?
I don't know. Was it ever in a game or a film? I don't think so. It was just a dance tune, right?
Oh, I'm thinking of another thing. I'm thinking of like a musical song. I feel like it's from like Sound of Music or something like that.
No. Oh, you're thinking of a very different song.
Sky.
Oh, tell me why do they build castles in the sky?
That's not the song I was thinking about. I thought it was something else. Maybe it was from Miserables or Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. Yeah. Maybe they've
like when the little girl is singing.
No,
in the beginning.
Definitely not the one I'm thinking of. Hey. You're thinking of a very different thing to me.
Castle in the Sky, is that what she sings?
I don't know.
There's got to be a musical fan out there watching. You're all NA. You're all like Broadway people. You all watch Glee. I know it. they would.
You all watch Glee.
I know it.
So you have.
Don't try and hide it. Don't try and hide it from me. You all watch Glee. First season when they came out with Don't Stop
It was
Believing.
so massively popular, yeah. When Journey got a revival and everything, they were just like, oh, we're back.
They pretty much got revived off of Glee.
Yep.
I lived in the States when those episodes aired. That was all people were listening to in the cafeteria and everything for a solid half year.
You want some candy?
Yeah.
Necro, none left. All empty.
Oh. That's a shotgun, though.
Yeah.
That's for the people who come to try and steal candy.
Yeah.
That's
get off my store.
they get one with a shotgun. My ICs. I think that's actually Yagwin. Yep, he is behind enemy line by quite a margin, and now he's dead.
Let's see, Ian Van Dahl. That was the one I was thinking of, but I don't know what you're thinking of.
I don't know either.
There isn't.
You can Google.
There was an anime in 1986 called Castles in the Sky. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that was the one either.
No. Ian Van Dahl is the one I was thinking of.
Ian Van Dahl?
Ian Van Dahl.
I wouldn't know. You don't have to play it.
No, I know I'm not going to play it.
I think there would be like copyright restrictions if we start playing those songs.
It
would be an upgrade to the music we have now.
Oh, God, yes.
Because we've been listening to the same song for like 2 years. No, that's not true. We actually had one. I don't know if you remember that one for GLL. We used to have a song that was. It was because now we at least have like 5 or 6 different ones. It used to be the same one thing, and it was like a loop that was, I want to say, 25 seconds long, and it was the same going on repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. And I'm so glad I can't remember it because it was like one of those where when we flew home, you get home, you are at home for like 3 days, and then you still have it stuck to your head.
Yeah.
Like, it was haunting. It was actually haunting. It was pretty painful. Waldo, that's not how you jet ski or snowmobile.
Yes, definitely sparks flying in that one. I remember the same ones that ESL did. Oh my god. Just some of the tunes were just non-stop. It was, oh god, please make it end. IEM music, that was it.
IEM music.
Yeah.
Is that the song called IEM music?
No, that was just the white label stuff that they used to use. Good lord. Oh, Raspu!
That's the 2 top fraggers, both dead as the 2 first players.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad. Not that yet.
Andy got 7 kills, don't forget. That could be 9 for him. Tossing that one out. Giving Raspu the support he needed. Oh my god, he's about to get absolutely overwhelmed. Look at the map. They're coming from every angle on him. Look out for the kill feed, because it's going to be happening. Venji, meanwhile, is going in.
Oh, castle on a cloud.
Castle on a
Castle in the sky, castle on a cloud. That was close. That's from Miserable. I was actually right.
Okay.
Musicals, dude. Not that far off.
You were a musical student, were you?
Yeah, music major.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's got you a long way.
I made the theme for the Wingman series.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
There we go then.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
That cut you a long way. Jesus Christ. I'm all toxic for sitting next to each other, team. What's your major, D-man?
I was a software engineer.
Yeah, how did that go?
Well, I was a web developer for about 11 years, so I did it right. And then I became a commentator.
You did all Riot?
I did not do anything for Riot, no.
Oh, that was just fun because, yeah, never mind.
It was, yeah.
It was a 2 a.m. joke.
Yeah, I know. It looks like there's a massive fight happening, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, it's not going well for Brazil. But remember, they did start 5 down to start with. So it's not as one-sided as it looks right now, but it's starting to look that way.
Sure is. Brazil trying to stand strong, but they did not only come in to the game really far behind, but they also lost some of their heaviest hitters right off the bat, and now they're down by 11. And even though we're only 7 minutes in, I kind of want to say that Brazil is in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, Rusty Zero's doing his best to keep them at bay. They are getting still a couple down. Kovad holding them at bay, but look, they just keep on pushing around the corner. But Brazil do get quite a few, but instantly the reply comes in. Rusty Zero goes down, and Patcap's looking to come in and pan him. He's already dead. Too late. Too late. It's like, damn it.
The idea was there. The idea was there.
Kovad's going off.
He's standing strong. He's trying to stay alive for as long as he can, and well, I mean, he's 1v6 essentially right now.
His own team.
Oh, he does some psycho there.
Matteo just getting nailed by his own squad there. So good. Blue on blue. It's been happening all day long.
It does help when you're in a bad position.
Oh, there we go. There's a nade on himself. Shanka just killed himself with that one. That was pretty good. And oh dear. 26 to 8.
6 versus 8. Now the only issue is that the game has just started.
Yeah, but
so it's gonna be a while before they find the last 8 players, and now Snake's
because they're all way up the top.
Well, that's why they nade the teammates, because Snake has won all the kills, right? So he needs to kill off the guys that are close to him on the leaderboard so that he can find the kills.
Nicoletti's up there. We're gonna see. It's gonna be,
can you forfeit in this tournament?
It's gonna be one of them games. Here we go. Here we go.
You know, in before,
they
just keep doing this for a while, and then somehow Brazil teams up and wins.
North, Taylor J, find those kills. Find those kills. Get them.
They're chasing.
Get them.
Chasing. Snake just ran over McCoy, and now he might just blow up his vehicle because.
No, that's Taylor. That's Taylor.
Yeah, but he's hunting the other guys, and his vehicle is burning.
It's all good. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's just a small fire.
It's just a small fire, literally a burning vehicle.
Gabriel's still going.
Something tells me Taylor doesn't see a rock and he ends up killing himself.
I'm assuming it's Gabriel, not Gabriel.
Gabriel.
He's cut the engine. That's it. Stealthily catch him
out. I don't think he wants to drive that vehicle anymore.
No.
Also, I don't think that one works, unfortunately.
I got a brand new combine harvester.
Is that what they say when they get tractors?
It's the Wurzels.
No? Okay.
I think that was a #1 song in the UK at one point as well. Would you believe it?
No, for whatever reason, I actually would believe it.
There's been so many bad songs at #1.
Like, you've also had some good ones.
You think of all the great songs that have been #1, and then you think, well, Barbie Girl was #1, Bob the Builder was #1. Oh my God, Wooly!
Where did that just go?
What is this? Sharks, he got launched and he's out of there. Oh, boom.
I wrote an exam on that.
Shut down in a blaze of glory.
Everyone's complaining about modern music being so bad, but there was a lot of bad music back in the day too.
Oh god, there was so much. They were absolutely drugged out.
We just
of
only
mind,
remember the
making
good ones now. So
some
therefore,
terrible music, yeah.
Therefore, when we talk about old music and how much better it was, it's because we only talk about the good old music. We don't talk about like the
good old
16
days.
Beatles albums that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
Probably
they did
16,
make,
but
they made a lot.
They
of
made a lot of
crap.
music that you'd never heard. Believe me.
They made a lot of good, but they also made a lot of crap.
Oh yeah.
And oh my god, the lyrics on some of those songs, you actually properly listen to the lyrics, you think, what?
There was an interview with John McCartney, no, with John Lennon, Paul McCartney and John, with John Lennon, where a student asked for like the reason behind some of the lyrics because they had a project and she thought one thing and the school teacher said something else, and then he made a song about a walrus. And the only purpose of it was to have no meaning, so that school teachers would be confused when they were doing the analyzing the lyrics.
Oh, Valiant sees. Oh, Valiant saw it.
Hey, they found one.
He's the last man.
No, there's two.
Is that? Yeah. Well,
Jansu.
They're killing each other quite a lot, so
there's a chance. This is the winner. Can you tell it? It's like in Tour de France. The guy with the white, like with the yellow shirt on, is the winner.
Yeah.
And he's up there right now.
Oh dear.
Good luck, Roger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lily. I think that's Lily's first kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I don't know. Maybe it is her first kill. I'm not too sure, but she nailed him. It does mean that Yanzu. Oh, he's miles away. He's just lying in the bloody.
It's gonna be a while.
Oh Jesus, mate! You've missed the whole.
Okay, so it's 11:38 when he was a solo player. He's a tiger. He's a snow leopard.
Oh, and he's not AFK either. He's actually there. He's actually playing it this way.
I mean, in all fairness, the Americans are killing each other all the time, D-Man. He's just waiting for that solid 1v1 pan fight in the end of the game.
He's double boosted.
Look at them. They're all running around with their pans. He's going to win this, I'm telling you. Somehow, he's going to win this game.
Yeah, so Uncivil might find him first. No, they're all going away from him. Oh, God. I don't need this at this time of night. Yanzu, it's 2 a.m.
Okay, this is where you start beatboxing, D-Man. You make a theme for this.
12 hours and we're back in the studio. I don't need this right now, Yanzu. Come on. You can do this. Be brave. Press W and get moving.
Can we have some elevator theme loppy music going while we're well, is that against copyrights? There's gonna be some royalty free elevator music on YouTube that we can play in the background while we wait for the teams to find Yansu. Yansu, andale. Oh, Lamblood. I mean, in 9.5 minutes, they can just watch the Twitch stream and see where he is, if they haven't found him before.
Well, I'd say it's probably down to, what, 10-1 now? Maybe less? So.
That's what I'm saying. Jansu's playing the odds here. The longer he waits, the bigger of a chance of winning.
Oh, God. Help us if he comes out on top of this one.
If he wins this game.
Oh, that's...
I would be solo casting the last game. Demon would have left the studio.
It's like, I'm gone. I'm done.
Demon would have given up. Demon would have been gone. So right now it's a... it's only 12v1.
Oh, my God.
Jansu.
Please, for the love of God, pull south and make him move.
He's going to get a hard shift, Demon. Now he called it. Now you've asked for it. Now you've asked for it.
Do it, X. Do it.
Don't do it,
do it,
X. Don't do it, X.
Do it.
I think X wants to go to bed too. They're waiting for the confirm.
He's AFK.
Taylor's coming. Taylor's coming. Taylor's coming. This is it.
Okay.
He kills Taylor, of course, because Taylor's running around with the pan out. Oh, he's driving. Oh, he is forced to go with the circle.
Oh, no.
So worst comes to worst.
Okay, he's got to move. He's got to move.
Oh, he's seen him. Oh,
he's got... Wait, he's got...
He's got what?
Double gun. It's the double G36.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's the play. That's the winning move.
Is he going to back into the blue? Is he going to...
He's playing for the... This guy might never ever have had a moment of being casted before, and now he knows the camera is on him for a solid while. This is his the best camera time he's ever had.
Is he possibly without disrespecting one of the qualified players, rather than one of the pros that would be just having silly fun with it. He's on a mission.
He's tryharding.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line, D-Man. And right now, the entire Brazilian nation is on his shoulders. Do you not know why he's crawling? It's a pretty heavy country to have to carry. He can't walk with that on his shoulders.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, he's crawling with it. He's playing for the win.
Oh.
As Wagga Jagga once said, you can't disrespect the man for his strategy if it's a winning one.
That's true. That is true.
And he hasn't lost yet, D-Man, but his entire team has, so obviously this is the better game.
If the US keep it up, then they will take each other out eventually.
That's what I'm saying. Got to drive the opponents into madness and win that way. That's psychological warfare.
Come on, Treats. Come on, D-Treats. You got this, son.
I feel like you're biased, D-Man. Is that really the case?
I have faith. No, look right. Look right. Look right.
Why are you biased, D-Man? We're casters. We're supposed to be completely objective.
Right.
He DC'd.
Oh, Yanzu. Yanzu, you will give me nightmares. Finally. Finally. An end to this.
We could have had a year boy competition. Have you ever done that before?
The thing is, right, you got Hideo Kojima out there who's now going to make a film about that and a game, and everyone will love it.
This was Lone Survivor with a sad ending.
Lone Survivor, Yanzu.
But he never survived.
He's the new Solid Snake.
Yeah. He's the Nevermore of 2019. He just didn't heal in blue.
Evermore.
Evermore, that was his name.
Evermore, yeah.
Sorry, Nevermore.
Evermore is still playing.
Yeah, I was going to say he's still a player. Yeah, exactly.
Still going.
Evermore, not Nevermore.
Oh, he changed his name, didn't he?
But the answer is Nevermore. In this game, at least, because they just got eliminated. Or, well, lost.
Yeah. They made a good go at killing each other for a large period of it. USA had a good go at Brazil and themselves. There goes the captain, Gabriel down. Wally just exploding cars in distances there.
This is when the highlight is as long as his survival.
Yeah, and
we won't get to end the stream before it's over.
And lots of deaths, lots of fights, lots of kills.
There was a lot of killing in this game. More than there was amount of players, so it's actually kind of impressive.
There he is.
And here he is, the sneaky snake, the leopard.
Legend.
Doing! Amazing transition. Treats found him.
Love it, love it. D-Treats. Thank you, D-Treats.
It took 8 minutes and 43 seconds for him to be found from when he was the last player alive. He actually lived the half game, like more than half the game on his own. The duration of the whole game on his own.
I mean, of course he did, because he didn't bloody move. He just lay by a rock. That's
winning move.
Solid strategy. Solid strategy.
Yeah.
So USA will take it 4-1. Dominant performance in the end. It was certainly very close a couple of times. I feel that Brazil should have taken it on Mirage. They backed away and backed away and backed away and allowed USA to have the high ground. And more importantly, on Sanhok, they had a big advantage and just let it slip out of their fingers.
I'm really excited to hear from Kat how they thought of that game.
The Sanhok game.
Yeah, exactly, because that's gonna have been where things were going against them, but they ended up getting anyway.
Yeah. That was the big confidence turner. I wonder who finished up highest fragger. I don't know, but I do know.
If team kills count, then I don't know.
If team kills count, I think Snakers will be up there. Kat is joining us, victorious for the USA.
You. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Right.
That 8 minutes of hunting Yanzu really excited us at the end there.
I'm really happy you guys were just as excited as we were. And we enjoyed every second of that 8 minutes. Yeah, every second.
He just lay by a rock for about 8 minutes of that 8:30.
He was tryharding.
It was entertaining. But yeah, but seriously though, let's talk about Sanhok, because for us that was a bit of a turner. Miramar, I felt you guys probably should have lost it, but they just allowed you to have the hill to begin with, and you just forced them off the hill. They backed away.
Well, that's the NA way. We have to assert our dominance.
Aggression, yeah.
And it worked, except for on, what was it, Erangel? Yeah. New Erangel.
Yeah, what happened there? Because they kind of allowed you guys up the mountain on Erangel, but then they also kind of pushed you down again.
I think it was just a classic case of Red Rover. You know, we sent our troops up there, and then, you know, hell rained down on us with Nate. We tried our best.
Yeah, there was a lot of
It really did. It really did rain down with Nate.
So let's talk about Sanhok, because they managed to wipe you out. Like, some top players got wiped out at Paradise Resort. You guys were split very much, like, way down south and then way up north. And they held the middle, and then somehow it slipped away from them.
It seemed to be the case almost every match, though, where they had the center and we kind of just surrounded them and pushed our way through. But Sanhok was pretty scary, though, because my team was on the outside of them. And so we were, I think, pushing along the north side, and then we wrapped around and luckily ended up getting some kills on, I think, the north side of Paradise.
Yeah.
But that was a bit scary that round because we did lose some people early on in Paradise.
Yeah, you caught them. The circle had just shifted and they were starting to pull out of Paradise Resort just as you guys came around, and you just basically caught them all in the back as they were in the full retreat down south. They would have regrouped. If you hadn't caught them, they would have regrouped and they'd have had a big clump of players, but you caught them on the hop then.
I want to know, Kat, now we had the pleasure of talking to you coming into today's games. Did they play out? I mean, I know you said 4-0. It came out 4-1, so close enough. But did it play out the way you thought it would, or was anything different?
I think it played out really... It played out the way that I thought it was going to play out. I think we honestly could have 4-0'd them, but we played that new Erangel very aggressive. We honestly could have maybe made it a lot closer. But I think they played well. It was just really unfortunate that they had 3 to 4 players down, and I would have loved to see a 32 versus 32.
One last question for me before we end it here. I want to know, we had a little discussion about the whole first game. You guys win on NA, then we go to SA, and South America wins, then we go back to NA, you guys win. Ping, I know it's a thing for players, but it's something you felt as a player too. Like, is there a big difference when you play on the NA and the SA servers?
As somebody who lives on the West Coast and currently the servers are on the East Coast, ping is a huge difference. Now with the ping of some of us were getting about 190 when it was SA, we just couldn't bolt, and that's totally fine because we could just EMR.
Yeah.
But it didn't really affect us. I know a lot of the players ended up turning off their ping just so they wouldn't blame it on that, and they just relied on their pure fragging skills.
Okay, makes sense.
That absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
Like get that out of your mind so you don't sit and blame it every time you're just constantly looking up in that corner.
Yeah.
Goddamn lag. Kat, congratulations.
Thank you.
I kind of expected a dominant win from USA, but it was entertaining to watch overall.
It was a pleasure playing. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. That is it from us tonight. We will be back, though, tomorrow in,
Hey, man, you can't throw it to break before we've seen this scoreboard.
I'm not. I'm just telling us when we'll be back. We're going to be back in, just under 12 hours. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Who's the highest fragger? Is it Snake?
Drum roll. Pat Caps.
No, that's just this game. This is this game. Okay, did that put him up there? It may have. Because Snake has got 0, so he didn't get anything. Actually, I think Andy might be up there in the FPS. I'm trying to think. I tell you what, Pat Caps with 6. That might be a big one for him.
Where is Hyakuin? Because he was top and coming into this game.
Let's see. Uncivil stole it. He got 5 in the last game, right?
Yeah.
So managed to sneak in there. Lampalot as well. Valiant. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Packcap's even stuck into 7th. Snake is down in 7th place after that. He tried to nade everyone he could, but Andy FPS and Hyagwin with 8 as well. They both went down early, didn't they? So they couldn't get any kills.
They learned that he didn't get kills from team kills now.
So Uncivil in the end, who was in Cat Squad as well, actually.
Yeah, true.
Was in Cat Squad. So Uncivil, you are officially the United States of America champion for your nation. And you will receive a Congressional Medal of Honor from Donald Trump in the post.
I thought I was following you on it all the way until Donald Trump, and I was like, wait, they actually get a medal? Oh, never mind, you're just memeing. I thought I was really following along.
He's been impeached, so we don't know how much longer he's going to be there, so you got to get in the middle of him quick.
I think we should stop the stream before we go too much into politics.
But yeah, we're back. We're back tomorrow. We will see you in around about 12 hours' time. It is going to be Finland. Oh, sorry, Finland, you got knocked out. You're in fourth place.
Oh, you had to do that?
It is the Czech Republic up against Germany. That is going to be at 2 o'clock tomorrow, Central European time. See you there. Have a good night.
Oh, that's a teammate. That's a teammate. Yikes, dude.
Send it, boys.
Holy.
Oh, there he is.
What the hell? They all
I'm
running out of
coming
blue
in
now.
hard. See?
They're fucking dead.
Oh, we're shooting each other now. I like how half the game is wondering if it's my teammate I'm shooting at or the enemy.
Yeah.
Like,
We gotta push over.
oh,
Push
yeah,
over.
okay, pushing over, yep.
I need. Don't
Red
push,
Rover, send USA over.
Não adianta, vai. Isso, anda junto desse jeito aí, de comboio, mano. De frente!
Ninja dude, there's a guy in the middle of the field to your right. Oh, that's a teammate. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, that was... He should be at the rock. Nook, the tall one. 210.
On porch.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm rocking.
That guy's lit.
I'm first aiding. Got.
Well, like on like 300 on Paradise.
I can't.
Sugar, you saw a guy
Last,
on
he's in blue. He's in blue.
Head tapped him, 255. He's just riding at the
He's
end of blue.
Alright.
Two up.
Let's go.
Nice!
There's
Whoa,
only
whoa,
4 people
whoa!
on
Who
the
is
villa.
this stealing my loot?
Dude, coming with me.
This fucking guy.
Get out of my
Okay,
compound.
look, I hit a tree because of you. You see that?
Really close, guy.
I could be your hero, baby.
On the
Oh,
door.